A little bit about Sammy. When Emmy was about 2, we rescued him from the Adams County Animal Shelter because she wanted a puppy for her birthday, and we went and we fell in love with him. And then we took him home, and he was just super gentle and wonderful from the beginning. If she was taking a bath, he was sitting there beside her with his face on the side of the tub, looking at her, trying to give her kisses.
And when we moved out, when we were sleeping, he put his head on top of my head.
They would they shared pillows together, and she used him as a pillow. We were a little concerned in the beginning, to tell you the truth, because he completely disliked Tony. After some training, though, he was perfectly fine. He came around, and he was just wonderful ever since then. The night of the fire, I had just fed the baby and put him to bed. I went to bed, and we were sleeping for a little while, and then Sammy started pawing at my arm continuously, and it was very unlike him to wake me up in the middle of the night. It was very unlike him to get up and be so persistent about trying to wake me up. So I had just ignored him, and then he jumped up in bed. He's a big dog. He was almost 80 pounds. And he just put his teeth around my arm and bit down. And I thought, oh my goodness, like it hurt. And then he ran off the bed and then went into Max's room and started making this unrecognizable sound. And I thought, like, oh my goodness. So I was able to run upstairs, and as I was running up the steps, I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Who do I get first? The worst part of the fire was the back of the house and the kitchen and in front of Max's room. So I ran up, I got Max, I was holding him, and then I got Emmy, and then I don't know, I was running down the steps, I saw my neighbor outside, I just remember like rolling Max right into her arms, and I told Emmy, stay here, don't go anywhere. And then I went back in, and they were outside, no, let him in there, and absolutely not. And it was, when he saw his leash, he just would go insane for like 5 minutes, because he loved to leave the house and he loved to go on walks and take car rides and everything. And when he saw his leash, he was just so calm. He just was like there. He just like sat there and waited for me to clip it and take him out. Right after the fire, my mom came down and took the kids back and the dog to her house so they wouldn't have to be there. And then my husband got off. He left work.
I got a phone call, and so I left the work real quick. When I got home, I couldn't be on the road where my house is because I was blocked by the firemen. So I had to park my motorcycle far away and run across to my house. And my wife was there outside the house, across the street.
I just remember seeing him running down the street and with his book bag on and running as fast as he could. And I just thought, thank goodness you're here. Well, Sammy, unfortunately, was born with a genetic disorder that we didn't know about at the time. It was trying to anytime he would bend his leg and try to walk, the ball and socket joint fell out of place. We were talking to our vet about it, and she had decided that with us that it was best for us to put Sammy to sleep because it wasn't right to keep him around just because we loved him so much and he was so uncomfortable and in so much pain. You miss cuddling him? And what else?
And kissing him and hugging him and sleeping with him.
Yeah, I definitely consider Sammy our guardian angel.